adults sitting next to a scary Yakuza. Once upon a quiet moonlight night in the bustling streets of Tokyo, there sat a humble businessman named Takeshi. He had just finished a long day at work, and the weight of the world had pressed upon his shoulders. The city's neon lights illuminated his weary face as he found himself sitting next to a fearsome Yakuza boss named Hiroshi. Takeshi had never imagined he would be in such a situation, but sometimes life has a funny way of weaving its own tales. Hiroshi, known for his cold demeanor and ink body, was as fearsome as the rumors suggested. He had a reputation that sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to speak his name. But on this particular night, a strange twist of fate had brought them together in a quiet, dimly lit jazz bar tucked away in the labyrinthine streets of Tokyo. The gentle hum of soft jazz filled the air, creating an unexpected harmony in an otherwise tense atmosphere. Takeshi, feeling a mix of nervousness and curiosity, decided to break the ice. Hiroshi san, I have heard stories about you. You are a man of great influence and power, aren't you? Hiroshi glanced at Takeshi with a faint, enigmatic smile. His eyes, concealed by sunglasses, seemed to hide 1,000 untold stories. You have heard correctly, he replied, his voice low and measured. As the night wore on, the two men found themselves engrossed in conversation, discussing topics far from the criminal underworld. Hiroshi spoke of his love for classical music, and Takeshi revealed his passion for vintage motorcycles. It was a night of revelations where the lines that usually separated their worlds began to blur. The jazz band played on, and soothing melodies transported Takeshi and Hiroshi to a different realm, a world where they were just two men sharing their dreams and fears. Hiroshi, for the first time, felt something different. He had a reputation to uphold, but in Takeshi's company, he could be himself without pretense or fear of judgment. Takeshi too felt a connection he had never expected. Underneath Hiroshi's fearsome facade was a man yearning for a different life. They talked about their childhoods, their dreams, and the paths they had taken. They discovered that they had more in common than they could have ever imagined. The night passed slowly, and as the jazz band's final notes faded into the stillness of the early morning, Takeshi and Hiroshi realized that they had formed a bond, an unlikely friendship that transcended their worlds. With a nod of respect, Hiroshi stood up, ready to leave. Takeshi, though reluctant, understood that this was where their paths diverged. Hiroshi-san, I will never forget this night, Takeshi said with sincerity. Hiroshi nodded in agreement. Nor will I, Takeshi-san. The Yakuza boss disappeared into the Tokyo night, leaving Takeshi with a newfound sense of serenity. As he made his way back home, he couldn't help but smile, for he had discovered that even the most fearsome individuals could harbor the most unexpected kindness and humanity. And so, Takeshi drifted off to sleep with a sense of peace and relaxation, knowing that sometimes in the most unlikely of places and with the most unexpected companions, one can find solace and connection in the unlikeliest of places, even next to a once scary Yakuza.